Este es un programa pagado. Los comentarios que se hagan en el mismo no representan necesariamente la opinión de JJ Publicidad y Entre Mujeres Radio.
Iván Lugo te invita a disfrutar una aventura de sabor. 60 minutos de entrevistas, viajes, comida, entretenimiento, cultura y todo aquello que te interesa. Porque con la comida llegan los recuerdos. Esto es Rojo Radio, toda una aventura de sabor.
Hola, buenas tardes, ya es martes. No es martes de Rojo Radio. Hoy estamos en viernes y es un programa especial. And it's gonna be bilingual today because we have some special guests. But I want them to introduce themselves. And I have my friend Joanne. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Well, I want you to introduce yourself as well.
Absolutely.
Because you bring this amazing, gorgeous guest today. It's an honor to be here. That's why we have Rojo Radio, not on Tuesday, on Friday today. And it's gonna be a little bilingual. Because I know it's a lot of girls around there that they are very interested in these pageants and all this world. Okay, I want you guys to tell me your name. Where are you from? What do you guys do for living? What is your favorite food? And where are you would love to travel this year? But I think I know you're going somewhere this year.
We're going all over the place.
Okay.
They got a schedule for us. We're lined up.
Good. So where are we starting?
I'll go ahead and start.
Okay.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name's Alexandria Wolf. I'm the Teen Miss Earth USA for 2024. I'm 17. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. So I'm going into my senior year of high school. Going to be graduating this year. Favorite foods, probably vegan pasta, guys, so good. And places I like to travel, probably anywhere coastal, because I want to do marine biology for my job, so I love the coast, guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rojo Radio, and welcome to Arizona.
Thank you. I'm so excited, guys.
Okay.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Angela Gutierrez. My favorite food is mole, which is a type of chicken and paste, also mixed with rice. It's one of my favorite dishes because it reminds me of my childhood and so many fond memories. I'm from Arizona, Gilbert, and I was born here. And it's just a really tropical, nice place where you meet a lot of people. It's my favorite. And also where I would like to go, it'd be Cancun because it just reminds me of a lot of fond memories. And I also love going to the beach, and that's something that I really like.
Good. Welcome. Hi.
Hi everyone, I'm the Mian Windorski. I'm Miss Earth USA. I'm 21 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm a part-time model, full-time human rights and climate activist, and I'll be actually competing for the international title in the Philippines this fall. That's also where I've always wanted to visit and have visited in the past. My mom's family is Filipino, and I'm excited to see my grandma and all my family over there.
Nice. Welcome. And what's your favorite meal, you say?
My favorite food is adobo. It's the national dish of the Philippines, and it's really easy to make, super customizable. So you can make it vegan for people like Alexandria. And my older brother is also vegan, so.
Okay. Welcome. I like something like that, maybe. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mole.
Oh, that's mole. It looks similar to adobo. Yeah, and then that's adobo manok, which is chicken adobo in the Philippines.
Oh, nice. Okay, and Joanne.
This is me. Hi.
Hi.
Gracias de nuevo, amigo, como siempre, por la invitación. I've been here many times. My name is Joanne Romero Martinez, and I am the current creative director for Miss Earth USA. Mr. Pageant gets mixed up. Miss Earth USA creative director. I'm also a real estate agent and a runway coach. And I don't know, I lost counting how many times I've been here, so I'm always grateful for the Entre Mujeres radio family, so thank you so much. My favorite food, I will have to say, obviously, is Venezuelan. I haven't eaten empanadas in so long. The Venezuelan empanadas is savory, it's no sweet.
Yeah.
So we are going to Miami in a couple of weeks for my mom's birthday, my nephew's wedding, and all I can think is all the Venezuelan food I'm gonna eat when I go there. Favorite places to go? Well, I've been a lot of places thanks to pageantry. And one place that has been on my bucket list is always been actually the Philippines. And this year, because I'm working alongside this beauty over here, I think I'm gonna be able to go.
Yay!
And so not only I'll be meeting a place that I've been wanting to go for so long, but I'll be doing something that I love, which is being there for her and being her stylist in a way, and just being a support for our beauty queen and bring that crown home.
Nice. Of course we want that. Are you going to Philippines? No.
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
Where is the... They have like different pageants. Explain me a little. Like, what, you are a teen
Yes.
and you are not. So, but you are not going to Philippines.
No, I'm not. The teen competition does have an international segment, but it's a lot less countries that go, and USA usually opts out of the international competition due to safety, with most of the teens being minors and sending them internationally to other countries. They don't want to do that, but the Miss gets to go internationally, which is really fun.
And I'm sure we'll see you on the international stage soon enough.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yes.
coming back for Miss, don't you worry. I'm coming back.
I love this girl. Like, she's ready. Look at that. Tell me a little about that video.
that's what you
my
want.
God.
That is the worst crying face, guys.
What is a happy face?
I was crying so hard, and you can see in part of the video, from the footage, you can see me like yell off to the side, like, I did it, Mom. Because I've been in pageantry for about between like 11, 12 years. So I've been in the industry quite a while. I've represented Texas many times. But the Earth system meant something different just because I live environmentally like every single day. I've been vegan for 6 years, well, probably 7 now.
Why? Why did you take that decision?
For my health, for the health of the animals, I like to educate people about the realities of the food industry and how sometimes it can't be as pretty as people think.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always like the
Are in the best platform to do that.
That's why I chose Miss Earth. Have to change anything about me to try and fit into the system.
Yeah.
I just came and I said they'll take me for me if they want me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you decide, you take the decision, I'm going to be vegan now.
Yeah, I took that. Me and my whole family's vegan, both my mom and my father. I was honestly a little shocked that my dad went vegan. He's a big meat eater, but he watched a couple documentaries on athleticism and going vegan and the health benefits of it. So we all decided it's a lot easier when the whole family goes. It's harder if like one person in the family's kind of got to work around it. But since we're all vegan, it's a lot easier. And me and my mom went vegan mainly for our reason was our love for animals. We are huge animal people. We would not hurt a fly or a bug even if it was in our house. We truly love the environment, and we're trying to do everything that we can on our part on a daily basis to help reverse some of the bad issues that are going on right now.
Oh my God, this girl is so ready to go to the competition with you in the Philippines. I mean, it's amazing. A lot of people think that these pageants are very, how can I say? Like, not a lot of people like this because they think that girls are so skinny and maybe they are sick or something like that. But you decide to be vegan, and it's your choice to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I chose to be vegan for my own benefit, for my own life, for my own feelings. And I never let what I do get in the way of what other people think of me, especially living in like South Texas. It's definitely a more we love our barbecue and like diesel trucks kind of state. So I definitely don't fit in very much with my love for the environment, but I never let that stray me from what I want to do, and look where I am now. So.
I know. Look at you. Miss Earth. What is the difference between this pageant and, like, you are Miss Earth USA? And what's the difference between that and Miss USA?
What really sets the Earth system apart is its continued commitment to advocacy, promoting, and championing the environment. As Alexandria kind of got into, every woman who competes has an advocacy that's related to the environment. Hers is veganism, and mine is raising awareness of the climate refugee crisis. People are increasingly displaced by the impacts of climate change, like rising sea levels, prolonged droughts, intensified natural disasters. So it's important that
we have something on the screen.
She almost fell.
I did almost fall because I was not expecting at all to win. I went into the pageant more so to have fun, to meet women from around the country, and to share more about issues that really matter to me. So it was such a surprise, and I was so glad my parents were there to capture that moment with me.
Okay, what is the issue that worried you the most?
What worries me the most is we need to reassess our asylum laws and pathways towards safety, because unfortunately the term climate refugee is not something that's acknowledged in international or domestic law. So I'm advocating for policies like the expansion of temporary protected status and the introduction of a climate refugee visa for people who have lost their homes due to climate change.
Can you tell us a little more about that? I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, a climate refugee is someone who loses their homes either due to natural disasters or the long-term impacts of climate change. And unfortunately, if we keep up current greenhouse gas emissions, a projected 143 million people will lose their homes due to the impacts of greenhouse gases.
Wow. I love these girls because when you see the pageant, like, and I don't know, Joanne, you can tell me, but like in the 80s, like the girls didn't know what to answer when they have these questions. And you guys are so ready, and I'm so glad, because people can think like, oh, those girls are superficial, it's just about beauty. It's not about just beauty. I think that's the difference between this pageant. Like Miss Earth is something else. You guys have to choose a real reason that you care for. And
that you hit on something that is part of the reason why I became such an advocate and a part of the pageant world. When I started this officially, I started as a judge about 9 years ago, and every time that I would have an interview with the judges and the girls coming in, I was in awe, and like the girls at 16, 17, like Alexandria and Maya.
No, Angela.
I'm sorry, Angela. And obviously the misses too, but these girls in this era is remarkably brilliant in how they want, and they know what they want.
I see that.
Before the pageantry, back in the early days, it was all about the beauty and the glitz, which we still want that.
Okay, hold on.
I like how you always like,
Let's acknowledge the screen, yeah.
What is going on there? Joanne, you have been working with these girls for so long. When did you start this passion for pageants, and when did you start your
I started
project?
as a judge, and I judged as a variety of pageants for at least 2 to 3 years. And then
but I think this passion of you coming when
it's very in my blood. I'm Venezuelan, very much like Filipinos and Puerto Ricans and any other Latino country. Is like the pageant is in our blood. I loved it when I was younger, but I never really pay attention in the sense of like I wanted to be on the behind the scenes. And then when I started judging, I started making somehow a noise. And then I started to be invited to direct up-and-coming pageants. So I was doing, like, building my resume, directing these new pageants up until every year that I will do it. And then I discovered, as I was preparing the girls to compete at a national stage or even internationally, I started coaching it without thinking about it, and everybody was like, wow, you're really good at it, and they were placing top 5, first runner-up, winners, and I'm like, okay, I guess I do have a talent. And I actually love the transformation of seeing someone who perhaps is nervous and then her legs shake because they're intimidated by the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then 3 months later, they're just owning that stage. It's a beautiful thing to say, to
I see that. And now let me tell you guys why I invite Angela today here.
Yes.
I think your mom called me one day and she told me like, hey, Ivan, somebody told me about you and I want you to have her on your radio show. She's gonna be in this competition, in this pageant, and she need votes and all that stuff. And I didn't have idea who she was. And back then I was traveling to Japan and Korea. I just went like a month ago.
How was it? How was it?
How was Japan and Korea? Amazing. I didn't like the food. I need to tell you that. I know.
Best part, though.
I know. Don't look at me like that. But that was a little weird for me. Anyway, so I couldn't help you back then. And then we met on another event, on a play. We went to see a play in Mesa, and then I met you like in person, and I thought she was gorgeous. And I asked her how that competition was, and she was so sad. And your mom told me that you were a little depressed after that.
Oh, really?
That's what she told me.
I was mostly sad about the fact that all the opportunities and all
Angela,
the
I
stuff.
just want you to be a little closer to the
fine.
microphone. Yeah.
I was mostly sad about the fact that I was missing a lot of opportunities, not only just being in the cover, but like experiencing more action and finding more people. That's something that I really was sad because I lost the opportunity. But I was actually really happy that all my other friends got to have that same opportunity, because I actually had taken a course with those other girls too, and they're so sweet and they're so nice. They deserve that title, and I know they put all their hard work in it, and I'm so happy for them to win it. And it's just an experience of not only just winning the title, but it's like meeting new people, finding more friends, and that's something that I really like.
Yeah.
I was mostly disappointed on the fact that I missed the opportunities. That's something that I was like, But then I was like, I should be more happy about the fact that I got to experience this and meet a lot of new people, and that's something that I really enjoyed.
And I want to talk a little about that, because a lot of girls get depressed, like really bad depression.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened if you didn't get the crown? Did you thought about that?
I did think about that. That's something I really do think about anytime I enter a pageant, because as much as people want to win, out of all the girls competing, only one's going to walk away with the crown and the opportunities. But after so many years of doing it, I used to think, oh, why didn't they like me? Could I have changed something that they would have liked better? But as I got older, I realized that I should not change, because then I wouldn't be winning the crown as me. I'd be winning it as somebody else, and I'd have to keep that fake face on for the whole year that I have the title.
Yeah.
So I learned that just be myself. I think it could have been a completely different outcome if you had a different set of judges, different day.
Exactly, yeah.
So you never know what could have happened, and you never know what the judges are saying behind the closed doors. So I really just put all my effort in, and I say that's all I can do. If they choose me, then they choose me, and it's my time.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did at Nationals, and I was in top 5, and I said, you know what, I've made it this far. Even if I don't win, I'll still have a national title, and being able to use that to my advantage. And the girls who are top 5 with me are all super sweet, and they're amazing, and they all have their own platforms that they all advocate for. And I said, every one of these girls who is in top 5 is more than worthy of this title, and I'd be happy for any of them to have the opportunity. And then it happened to be me, and I'm trying to take full advantage of that every single day that I have it.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this because I really think that it's important. The girls that are watching and looking at you as a sample, like, it's okay if you lose. I mean, this was your first pageant? No,
I've been doing pageants for a long time, so I've lost many times.
Okay.
I've been through those times
hear.
where I've broken down backstage. Like, why didn't they like me? What could I have changed about myself? So I've been through all those rough parts, but there's way more ups in pageants, and you really have to push through, use your support, which is usually my parents, and really everything's going to be okay. Keep going back, keep trying, and if that system or pageant didn't work for you, then you can always find another one that suits you better.
Okay, nice. What do you think about that, Angela?
I think what she said is really it really connects, because not only do you, when you don't win the title, you feel like, oh, I could have done this, or the judges, sometimes it feels unfair, but at the end of the day, it's really hard being a judge, and we know that not everyone's going to win the crown. And that's the thing, is that you have to face it, but at the same time, you have to be supportive of the girls who won it too. And that's an experience of bonding with each other and friendship. Yeah.
Joanne, what do you think of Angela?
Well, I'm gonna talk to her mom so we can bring her over the earth. I'm already recruiting here.
That's what I thought. I thought you
Absolutely
would like her. What do you think? How many pageants did you lose or win before this one?
Yeah, I competed at a really local level when I was in high school just for scholarship money. And I wasn't very successful. I think what was different this time is I really now view pageantry as a process, and you are no one's competition but yourself. Pageantry is all about self-improvement, becoming the best, strongest woman that you can be. And now that I'm preparing for an international competition, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself to necessarily win. I won't be disappointed because I've already come so far. My cup is already so full through this process. Joanne's been so instrumental in transforming me from, I was a nerd, I was applying to PhD programs when I won the title, and now I've modeled in New York and Miami Swim Week. I'm assigned in working model, so I've already won in that regard. And the international competition is less a competition with other women and more an international conference of young female climate activists from all around the world. I have so much to learn from them, and I'm so excited to make around 100 new sister queens.
Amazing. And it's about self-discovery. You know, the process for them, it definitely, when they really know what they want and what they're after, it's about discovering more layers within their own, path and where they're going to go from point A to point B. And the fact that they are able at this young age to see the opportunities that they can have and they can flourish through this process is remarkable.
Wow. I'm impressed about all of you. It's like you're very mature. I mean, I can tell that. And we are going to break commercial. Not yet. We still have time. How are you preparing yourself to go to this competition in Philippines?
A lot of it has been mindset prep, so working with Joanne, working with the the national team rather, to make sure I'm as prepared as I can be. Joanne's been really helpful in making sure my styling is correct. We're actually having a pasarela or overall pageant walking boot camp with Joanne on Sunday, so I'm excited to learn more techniques from him. I've been working with a Filipino-American team because representing my heritage is something that's really important to me. So I have a gown designer, Carl Andrada, who's been incorporating those designs, making sure I'm feeling confident on stage, and Alma Cabasal as my walking coach. I've also been having my parents mostly as my interview coach. They keep drilling me questions. I'm constantly like, ask me why I want to be Miss Earth. And it's been a great process. It really does take a village.
Okay, tell me why you want to be Miss Earth.
I want to be Miss Earth mostly for the advocacy reasons. I have aspirations to keep working in the refugee rights and human rights space. I have aspirations to one day work for the UN High Commissioner for Refugees in order to expand current definitions of who qualifies as a refugee to include those displaced by climate change. And Miss Earth has a huge platform. It's 2 million people that view in every year. And if I can educate just one person on the fact that people are losing their homes to climate change, that's already a win.
Look at you.
Look at her in the runway.
Wow. Where was that event? Tell me.
That was New York Fashion Week. So I walked as a professional model for the first time this year. And Joanne has been super helpful in growing my confidence because I am secure in my ability to write a paper or give a speech, but learning how to walk, learning how to present myself has really been a process.
Nice.
See, part of the growth that I was saying earlier, like to see that, and just a matter of when she was at Miami Swim Week, we worked so hard for about 10 days, and with an amazing team. We have our national director and the sponsors, the partners that were dressing her through the whole week. And I'm like messaging and emailing and texting and calling and telling her, no, don't wear those shoes, take those off. Put a whole vision board together for her. And so to see how quickly she adapted to that and how amazing the results have been is just another thing that is a beautiful thing to see how, because they put the work alongside the amazing team that supports them. And that's one of the, you asked a question earlier about the different in pageantry, and what I do want to say without mentioning any other system is that the Miss Earth USA organization strive to really ensure that not only they are taken care of in the sense of anything they need to present themselves publicly, but also mental health with free coaching throughout the reign, and also the immense support we have. Our national director Laura, the assistants Brittany and Ariel, there's me, and there's Maura, who is a PR. Like there's all these amazing women behind. I feel very blessed and lucky to be the only guy in the whole group.
Oh, you are the only
I'm
guy.
the only guy in the national team, but they do, these women, these leaders, they really do take care of this. And I witnessed this last year. As you remember, we were here with Ariel and Tayan, the 2023 Earth national title holders, and I witnessed the support and the growth that I don't see in any other pageants.
Wow.
And we're also the first system to launch an industry-wide initiative called Still She Rose. Unfortunately, in the pageant industry, there's a lot of self-doubt. There's the opportunity to develop different insecurities. So through the Still She Rose initiative, it provides free counseling and extra support to not only Miss Earth USA queens, but any woman in the pageant industry who feels like she needs that extra support.
Okay, I have a question. Are those heavy?
They are.
Very. Actually, we get dents in our heads at the very front.
I would
it's very
imagine.
funny, but they are very beautiful. So,
gorgeous.
it's worth it.
Beauty is
Look
pain.
at those pictures.
guys!
Look at
Oh no,
those.
this is like from 2019.
Oh my God.
Who has these
She's been a
guys?
professional since day
Oh
one.
no!
I provided some of them. Javier, the producer, he's pretty tricky. He finds the stuff like this. Like he's so good.
CIA or something.
I mean, I guess it's public information, but I'm like, y'all shows it pictures from 2019, guys. This is crazy.
Okay, from 2019 to now, how you see yourself?
Oh, I look back on some videos and I'm like, why are you walking like a robot? What is with this answer? But that's like what I like about it, and having this digital footprint that I can look back on my Instagram and stuff. That's when I have my long hair, guys. But it's such a change that I can see personally between my walking, how I present myself, my confidence on stage. I like that I can see my skills develop as I get older, because I wasn't the best in the younger divisions. I've never been the most preppiest person.
Look at that.
I love that photo.
Oh, thank you. So I really felt a lot more confident when I got to the teen division, and
How
I
old
could
were
be
you
more
there?
I was 16 there, but I'm 17 now. But I was 16
Oh wow,
in
a
that
long
photo.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so a long time ago. Yeah, but it's great to just see how I've changed, like what skills I've developed and that stuck through the years that I can see that I've liked and stuff.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
Angela is here, like I say, because I
Oh.
want her to learn a little about you and hear all those things that you have to say to these girls like you that want to be part of this world. What do you think of this team? Because it's a team, Joanne
I
and the
think
girls.
this team is really supportive. You guys look very happy, very cheerful, and you guys don't look like you're nervous or anything. And that's something that's like, oh, it takes like steps and steps, and you don't just get to like day one. It's like day one, you don't just look beautiful or stand out or be confident, and that's something that you guys show, and that's something that you guys like. That's something that you guys just like show in general, and that's something I really like about you guys.
I love
Thank
that.
You're already a natural and so eloquent though.
I know, and she's darling and gorgeous.
That's what I invite her. I thought it's gonna be a good
He had a
match in the
purpose.
program. Yes.
Everything has a purpose.
Yes, everything. Look at
Look at that photo.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
that was me when I was For my quinceañera, yeah, that was my quinceañera photos.
Oh,
I still haven't
wow.
received them yet, but that was the photo I was taking for my makeup, and that's something that I really liked. My quinceañera was amazing, and I just wanted to put that as like my headshot because it was like a beautiful experience.
And so, are you still 15 or?
Yeah, I'm 15.
Okay.
So she have time. I mean,
The way I thought you were like fully my age. You're so mature and like put together.
Thank you.
15 years old, Jesus Christ, these generations. Okay, we are going to the first commercial and the only commercial in Rojo Radio. But when we are coming back, she have a couple questions for you guys. Okay.
Ooh, I'm interested.
So, vamos al primer corte. Esto es Rojo Radio Flavor Adventure. Dije que iba a ser bilingüe, ya está más en inglés, pero les vamos a explicar un poquito. Joen va a aventar su comercial en un ratito en español también, para que las niñas que estén interesadas nos acompañen. Esto es Rojo Radio Flavor Adventure. Regresamos.
Estás viendo Rojo Radio.
La vida es mejor bailando. Sal de la rutina diaria y disfruta del baile con las clases privadas y en grupo que te ofrece Moonlight Dance. Baile para todas las edades. Baby Ballet, clases para adolescentes y adultos, preparación para concursos por competencia, coreografías para bodas y quinceañeras. Moonlight Dance, gira tu vida y saca lo mejor de ti. Búscanos en Facebook e Instagram. Más informes al 602-325-5025.
¿Qué pasa, Rocco? Ya sé, quieres ir al lugar y pet salón, a que te den un buen baño, corte de pelo y jugar con tus amiguitos. Me parece buena idea. Me gusta que ahí puedo aprender a cómo cuidar del pelo y el excelente servicio al cliente. Lugar y pet salón, cortando el pelo de tu mascota desde 1998. 7901 East Thomas Road, Suite 105, Scottsdale, Arizona. Teléfono 480-636-7087. 480-636-7087. Lugar y Pet Salón.
Hola amigos de Rojo Radio, mi nombre es Alfredo Pérez y los quiero invitar a que vengan, disfruten y conozcan todas las maravillas que tiene México para ustedes. Así es que si quieren conocer a cualquiera de los lugares que nuestro amigo Iván Lugo ha visitado aquí en México, por favor contáctenos a través de Rojo Radio para que los invite y vengan a conocer todas estas maravillas que tenemos para ustedes a través de Viajo México.
Continúa viendo Rojo Radio.
Bueno, pues ya estamos aquí de regreso. Dije que iba a ser un programa bilingüe y lo hemos hecho prácticamente en inglés porque mis misses no hablan. What do you think about talking another language? Is that important for you guys or no?
I
you speak another language?
I do not. I mean, I used to take Japanese, but I mean, I'm not fluent or anything.
Oh my god,
so
Japanese is it's crazy.
There's like 3 alphabets and everything. It's so technical. It's crazy.
You know what? You asked me about my trip to Japan and Korea. Let me tell you, I was sick of. I mean, you just see all these signs on this. I want to read something that I was able to read, and I was getting frustrated about that. The food and
Did
the
you get a
language.
headache? Like just all of it?
Yes. Because you want to read something that you are familiar of. Like, one, please.
There's nothing in English
There's
over there.
Nothing. And I was like, what? Yes, I did have a headache. But it's amazing. Traveling is always an amazing experience. You learn so much. Yeah, look at those.
Look at the signs.
Look at the signs. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But that have a little...
At least the little drawing.
The little drawing, but
Yeah.
sometimes was not drawing a lot. And like, what that say? That was
idea.
frustrating. But so you speak a little of Japanese?
A little bit. I took it earlier in
that.
high school. Yeah, that is in Korean. I cannot read that, unfortunately. But Japanese is a really cool language. It has about 3 alphabets. And the 3rd alphabet is actually derived from original Chinese scripture, and it has over 10,000 characters.
How do you know that?
I took it as a class, guys. But I've been focusing more recently on like more science-based classes, so I unfortunately had to let it go. But it was fun.
Look at that. That give you headache.
Oh yeah, guys. No, this is taking me back to like Japanese class.
Okay. What about you, Angela? You speak 2 languages. You speak Spanish and English, right?
Fluently Spanish, but I speak more English because I was born in Arizona, so that's something that I had to pick up. I had to pick up English more, and I actually had to go to class because there's a lot of people who speak English, such as my friends, my teachers, and I mostly read in English. So that's something that's like kind of like taking a toll on my Spanish, but I keep on learning it, and I keep on surrounding myself with as much as people who speak it as possible.
Yeah, don't lose it.
No, no,
Don't
no, no,
lose
no, no,
it.
no.
Watch some TV news or in Spanish so you can keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm conversational in Tagalog, which is one of the main languages of the Philippines. I'd love to learn more languages because my family's Ilocano and they speak a different dialect. And then I can speak a bit of French, but not that much. I just studied in high school.
I know, me too. Just a little of French.
I wish I learned Spanish instead because everyone assumes I'm Latina and then I'm like, no hablo español. I'm sorry, I'm Filipina.
I know, because we look alike. Look at that. What,
Look at
Tagalog and Español.
Oh, look, so it'll be easier.
Yeah, we have a lot of loan words.
Guapo.
Cuchara,
cuchara. Wow, can you read the Tagalog words?
Guapo, cuchara, miércoles, pintana, ciudad.
Angela, can you read in Spanish?
Yeah. I think it just disappeared though.
I mean, it sounds almost the same. Almost.
Yeah, it does.
Tagalog, is that what it is?
Yeah, and car is like coche in Tagalog. A lot of loan words because of the history of colonization of all of
maybe
those
I need to
different
start learning some Tagalog for when we go to Philippines.
Oh, I could
Wanna
teach
meet
you
there.
some.
Yes.
Yeah,
I teach you Spanish, you teach me Tagalog.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
of the Spaniards went there too. It's a lot of people with Garcia last names and all that. You know, we have a radio show in Tagalog here.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a lady from Filipinas,
That's
Ria
amazing.
Luz. So, can you invite the Tagalog? Maybe something she's watching at my show. Can you say something? Can you invite the girls to support you or to follow you on the social media?
Magandang gabi po. Kamusta ka po? I'm Bea, and I hope you follow my journey for Miss Earth.
Nice, 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 nice. Look at that.
You're so pretty.
Wow. Okay, you are here for a reason. Why you guys came to Arizona? Who's gonna tell me?
There's a lot of reasons. So for one, we're helping Joan with his pageant workshop, which we're all really excited for. And then we're also helping with some wildfire relief tomorrow.
Nice.
At the core of Miss Earth, always is that advocacy component. But then there's also that mix of glamour. So I'm working with Joan and the rest of the national team on styling for the international competition. And we're actually judging a modeling competition later in the week.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
For our advocacy progress, we were originally supposed to be doing just a park cleanup in some of the reserves, but because of the wildfires, we actually got invited to help take care of some of the refuged animals that are affected from the wildfires. That is going to be very fun.
Okay, Joanne, can you tell me a little about this class?
So yeah, this is the first time that I'm doing this, the Divo Academy Pageant Masterclass. I put together a beautiful group of people that are going to be helping me presenting different aspects that I believe are very the core of what a beauty queen or whatever they want to do after they do it, because it really helps them develop skills that gives them confidence, that gives them a little more of a perspective of what they want to do when they present themselves publicly. So I have a phenomenal interview and public speaking coach that is well known, Jamie Hatfield, a dear friend of mine. She has coached multiple national winners, and even our last Miss USA who won Miss Universe, she coached. So she's gonna open the workshop with some interview tips and public speaking for the girls. Then we jump into an activity with a non-profit organization local here.
Nice.
Another friend of mine, she founded it, is called Comfort Bears in a Catastrophe. What they do is that she's gonna bring some teddy bears with some cards, and so the girls are gonna be signing positive messages, and those teddy bears get sent through the Red Cross to hospitals across the country, to children that have been through catastrophes. So that's a component that they're doing, like to give back. Then we jump into a basic makeup tutorial for the girls for like a day makeup type of thing. Then of course the Divo here is gonna be doing my thing, teaching them some techniques and runway, and then we're gonna close the evening with a very fun activity that involves a little bit of choreography, So it's full, it's packed. We're going to have 5 hours of a lot of work back to back, but it's going to be really, really fun. And so I hope that whoever's watching, cualquier niña que esté viendo aquí a partir de los 15 años, están invitadas. Todavía tenemos algunos espacios disponibles. Divo Academy. Aquí tenemos ya seguro vamos a tener una nueva clienta. So yeah, we still have a few spots open for anyone who wants to join, and it's for young women and up. Like I don't have a limit. If you're 40 and you're competing, which I do have, I think I have a couple of ladies that are coming over the age of 30, which is amazing. And so I'm gonna have a very nice mixed group. And
that is going to happen this Sunday, right?
It's happening on Sunday, and it's in Old Town Scottsdale. You can find all the information if you go to my page on Instagram. It's at Divo.Academy.
Okay. Angela, you have a couple questions for the
Let me
girls.
pull it up. They're like kind of long, but yeah.
Okay, we have like 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
She's so
It's not that
cute.
She's so cute.
Okay. How do you guys manage situations?
Just be close to the
yeah,
microphone because I want people to listen to the question.
How do you manage situations when you feel less likely of yourself or you feel really down? So how do you manage a situation like that?
I would say I rely a lot on my mom. We're very close. She's been the number one supporter in pageantry as long as I can remember. She's always with me 24/7, except for this weekend, but she's usually always by my side, and I love her very much. And if I'm not feeling confident in something, I usually go to her or my coach, Carrie Volan. She helps me a lot in everything that I need, walking, interviewing, speaking. So if I'm feeling less confident in an area that I need work on, I can always reach out to one of them. So.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cute.
There's scientific research that shows when you slow down your breath, that's kind of how you can slow down your pulse. So anytime I'm feeling nervous, I breathe in through the nose for 3, out through the mouth for 3, and it helps just right in the moment feel less nervous. I do that every time before I go on stage. And then anything related to pageantry or modeling, I remind myself that this is just a moment and I have so much more of my life to come, so many more important things that are going to come. Pageantry is a tool to launch your career. It's not the end all be all.
Okay.
Okay.
The second question.
Yeah. How did you guys realize that you wanted to pursue pageantry?
Ooh, this is a good one. So I have a little story for this. So I started pageants when I was about 5 or 6, and most people, you think your mom might get you into it, but it was actually my dad who got me into it.
No.
We got a letter of recommendation to check out a system, and my dad convinced my mom, was like, come on, let's go try it out. And my mom was like, I'm not raising a pageant daughter. Absolutely not. But eventually he convinced her to go to this open call, and I competed in my first pageant, and I got in the top 5 first try. So my parents realized, hey, maybe we've got something here for her.
Look at
that.
Oh, that was a long time ago. This was also 2019.
So cute.
Oh, this was my first state title.
Look at the dress.
Yeah, it was a moment. Definitely a moment, but. After the first couple of years, I was hooked, and especially as I started getting the older divisions where I could wear more makeup and more heels and more extravagant dresses, it really clicked for me, and I honestly don't know where I'd be without pageants. Like, I would not be anywhere in life without this. Like, I could be on a completely different path, so I'm very grateful to pageantry and that I found it and that it changed me for the better. But yeah.
Awesome.
I started in pageants as a teen, and my mom actually signed me up for my first pageant without telling me. I was really upset because, as I said earlier, I was a bit of a nerd. I did competitive debate in high school, and because of that, I came off pretty aggressively with how I presented my ideas. So she viewed pageantry as a way to kind of articulate myself in a way that was more palatable to other people. And a lot of my preconceived notions of the type of woman who competes in pageantry were really challenged. I kind of thought girls were ditzy and just cared about the makeup and stuff, but no, advocacy has always been really important to a lot of pageant women like Alexandria, like you, and they are some of the most accomplished, impressive women I've ever met. So from there on out, I was really hooked, and I viewed it as a way to better myself and keep pushing myself to improve.
Nice.
Okay,
Third
my other question will be, what was one of the toughest situations that you guys had to face throughout your pageantry?
I would probably have to say the self-doubt aspect of it. I know every pageant girl and anyone in the industry can relate to this, where you're having moments of doubt. You don't place in a pageant, you feel like you want to quit, you feel like this isn't meant for you, that you should be doing something else. And I had a couple rough years in pageantry where I wasn't placing in things, and obviously that's not all to it, but as a younger girl, that's what my mind went to. Is like, I should be winning these things. Like, why am I not winning? What can I do better?
Yeah.
But as I got older, I appreciated the aspects of competition, and the crowning is still very special to me. But everything else is a million times more important and influential on a person's life. Because I would have never learned how to interview, public speak, walk confidently on stage.
And look at you now.
And so, exactly, and look at me now, I got a national title. But there were definitely some years where I did not want to be in pageantry. I thought I should be doing something different. It's not for me. Why did my parents put me in this? But you get past the rough years. You learn to appreciate the things that as they are. And I've just learned to think that if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, then there's always something better for me out there.
Yeah, similarly, I struggled competing in teen pageants because I've been 5'10" since I was 15, 16. I've always kind of come across as older, so I wasn't really placing or doing well in teen pageants. And that's when I took my break, and Miss Earth USA was my first first pageant in 5 or 6 years, and that growth was really important, taking time to step back, reevaluate what's important to me. And yeah, the growth is important. It's necessary to kind of realign with what are your goals doing a pageant, what do you want to get out of it, and if it's just a crown, maybe take a step back and realize it's all about that personal motivation, becoming the best version of yourself.
Okay, so my other question would be, how many times have you guys competed, and what was the most memorable thing that happened when you competed?
Well, I've been competing between 10 to 12 years. It's hard to remember, really, because I was so young, but I've competed in many, many pageants. I know girls from all across the nation, and even some from other countries from pageants, not through just competing, but also working on hair and makeup teams, working through other various teams nationally. But some of the most influential things is the people that I meet. I have a friend in literally every state that I go to. I can always text someone to meet up. But I think Miss Earth is it's the most close to me because of what I do, my veganism, my activism for animals and the environment. Not just because I managed to bring home the national title, but because every aspect of the pageant aligns with me, and no matter how long I'm away, Miss Earth will always be my home, and I will definitely be returning as a Miss to compete because I love it so much.
So you're going to be in your element tomorrow morning when we go up and help these animals.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Oh, that's
We're going to be helping horses, dogs, chickens.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, guys. You don't know.
I competed in I think like 3 or 4 pageants as a teen before pursuing this title. What was most impactful to me on my pageant journey is definitely the women you meet. It's those moments backstage where you're so sleep deprived, but you're just having fun with your girls. And I feel so fortunate to have 50 sister queens all across the United States and now 100 sister queens all across the world for the international competition.
You have one more question, right?
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
How do you guys mentally prepare for these competitions? Because I know it can be draining for other people, for yourself. So how do you guys mentally prepare for the fact that you might win or you might not win the crown?
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but pageants take literal months of preparation and even sometimes years. pageantry is such a hard thing to compete in, and I always expect the worst because it can never go down from there. But I know that's a little crazy, but you think how many girls compete for one title and only one girl is going to walk away with that crown and sash. And I've learned to realize that out of all these girls, the things you get are way more than a pretty crown and banner. It's the life skills that you learn. But to mentally prepare, I rely on my outlets, such as the Still She Rose organization, both my parents and my coach, to prepare me not only physically and vocally, but also mentally, to make sure that I'm calm, I'm collected, I'm prepared for the moment. And I also like to do that backstage, is just not watch the TV if there's a TV back there, because sometimes that can get in my head watching the other girls. So I'll take a moment backstage, just collect myself, close my eyes, take a couple breaths, and put all my trust into all my skills that I've learned throughout the years. So
yeah, for me, it's all about returning to reminding yourself you're not competing against other women. You're competing against yourself and making yourself the best version of you. And it also comes with a lot of process and practice. It can be so easy to freeze on stage, forget what exact turn combination you're doing. And you can solve that just by repeating every day. Do 3 reps, 5 reps, and eventually it becomes second nature. It's the same thing with public speaking. It's the same thing as anything you do in life.
What do you think of their answers?
I think it's really, I like it. It's something that I like connect to. Something, it's not just watching other people, because they're at the end, you don't want them to, well, that sounds wrong, but like you want to be the one who wins the crown, so you have to focus on what you have and what you show. And that's something that really goes to show. And not only practicing is a really big detail that you can't miss. So just to like do better and become more experienced in it, you also have to practice with it. And that's something I agree with, guys.
Wow, look at those girls. I want to see that picture, Javier, otra vez. Qué hermosas se ven. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's a black dress and looks so elegant. But
Yes.
what color are you gonna wear on the finals?
My international wardrobe is a secret for now.
No.
But sometime in the
Good
fall,
job.
you'll see me on the international stage.
So it's a secret.
Yeah, we're already
top
working on
secret.
it, but yeah, no, top secret.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow. But okay. Let's keep it a secret, because we want to impress the world with your dress that I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous, and you're going to be there, right?
Yes, that's the plan.
Are you part of the like choosing the clothes and everything?
Well, we've been in conversation with the designer, because I'm the creative director / stylist of hers. So I've been in conversation with her and the designer. So I throw some ideas. He started drafting already.
Okay.
Now he's in the process of picking up the fabric and the colors, and then
I mean, that's
I think
very
rather
important.
soon we should be having a final design approved and everything, because it's time is flying. She's supposed to be leaving in September. If they don't change the day, sometimes things can happen and they can move it. Hopefully it doesn't happen this time, but if it does, more time for us to get ready. So it's all good either way.
Okay, so I'm gonna change the question, because you're ready. How was your experience in Orlando in December?
It was such a whirlwind. It was incredibly surreal, because I, like Alexandria, was like lowering my expectations. It was my first Miss and National, so I kind of was like, my goal is top 20, maybe top 15.
Wow.
And my parents were in the audience, and every round it kept cutting down from 15 to 10 to 5, and they were like, holy crap, she's in the top 5. We'll be perfectly happy with this. And I kind of was stealing myself for the same reaction. So that's why when you see the video of me getting crowned, I fall to the ground. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Look at that, gorgeous.
No, and in that sense of her being in shock, like I remember, because I was in the audience, and I took 2 girls. I took New Mexico and Arizona, and obviously those were my girls then. But obviously, once I go to a national competition, I connect with other states and the girls. It's always so nice to connect with. But when I saw her walking the night before we had it was the night 2 nights before we had a gala, a fundraiser, and it was a fashion show representing the ocean. Everything was
Making
in blue.
waves.
Making waves.
was our
That's
theme,
all it
yes.
was, making waves. And I saw her and I'm like, like I had something, as a judge, because I haven't judged in a while, but I still see everybody, and I can target who could be competition for, like if I'm bringing someone. But I don't ever share that with my girls. I just walk through my head in that moment. And I saw her and I was like, okay. And then the final night comes and I'm like, oh no, I totally saw you. When I saw you, I was like, she's going to be in the top 5, like right off the bat, the final night. And look at her now.
Okay, I've been a judge in little local parents here, and it's very difficult. What are you looking for? I mean, you don't want the girls to feel bad. Like I start the show saying, like, I don't want girls to be depressed because they didn't win. So when you are in that position, it's so hard for you. What are you looking on a girl?
The toughest.
Yes.
I mean, for me, as if I'm wearing the judge hat, the first thing I want to see is that they are comfortable in their own skin, and then they are themselves. Like, it's very easy to pick up when a girl is rehearsing over and over and over and over, which is fine. You do want to rehearse, but at the same time, you do want to give the judges your best self, your natural self, the one that you have lunch with in school, with your friends. That is what we want to see, because at the end of the day, that's going to draw in more girls to join the system and the family, and it's just a natural thing and beautiful thing to see. Obviously, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Obviously, everything else comes after that. Like, is the right color against her skin? Is the right hairdo for the styling of the gown? But that's more technical than the main goal.
I honestly think it really helped that I went in with no expectations, because I was just having fun on stage. You can see in the tapes I'm always clapping for people, high-fiving my best friends. I was in between Wyoming and West Virginia. So it's all about being in the moment and truly living. Practice is what's important to remember to hit your marks, but you do that practice so you can fully be present every time you're on stage.
Nice. Well, we just have 4 minutes, and I want to use this time. I want you guys tell a girl that is watching right now the show, what would any advice for these little girls who want to be part of this world?
I would have to say, get into it. Absolutely take the leap. I know it can be scary. The industry, a lot of people know each other. It sometimes from the outside can seem like a very tightly woven community, but while it is, we're very open. We want as many girls competing. Me and B are always out recruiting girls to come join the Earth system. And pageantry, it has a bad rap because of, the internet and TV shows and movies, but the best girls I've ever met in my lifetime are through pageants, and you will accomplish so much with your life. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm seeing these old photos that's throwing me back. But some of these amazing girls that I've met and I've been friends with for years, and you get so many skills that you can learn to and so many opportunities, and it's one of the best things that I've ever done.
Nice. Angela?
I feel like to just not be embarrassed, to live the moment, because it goes by super fast. Like, you've been training for this like maybe months or years, and it just goes by and it flies by. My thing would be have fun, because I know a lot of girls struggle with like perfecting it, or if they mess up, they feel like, oh, I didn't do this, I won't reach the top, or they won't mark me high. And that's something that you should just something that I like is that you have no, what was it? Expectance?
No expectations.
No expectations.
Yeah,
no expectations. And that's something that I like too, is because not only are you like going to have like stress over yourself, it's going to be like for you have to like think about the positive and not only just being yourself, and that's something that I like.
Perfect.
I also want to encourage every young woman who's looking into pageantry.
Okay, you have your camera right
hi.
there. I want you to talk to them.
I want to encourage you to really be true to yourself. Don't try to fit the mold of what you think a pageant wants, because pageants are just a tool to shape you into the woman that you're bound to become. And also, don't feel, uncomfortable about oh, she doesn't look like me, I've never seen someone who looks like me hold this title. I'm really proud to be the first Filipino-American Miss Earth USA, and it's important to be that trailblazer to truly break the mold, not only wear the crown, but lead the way for other women to come.
Perfect.
And also come and join Miss Earth USA system is the best nationwide. We're still recruiting for juniors from ages 5 to 11 or 12, I think, and then the teen division, and of course the Miss.
And that's your Instagram, right?
That's the Instagram. There's information there for the pageant masterclass this Sunday, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Hope to see some of you there.
Perfect. Ladies, thank you, and gentlemen, of course, thank you for coming to Rojo Radio.
Thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure
It went
to
too
meet
fast
you.
as usual.
I know.
Yeah, that was really short.
Joanne, gracias, muchas gracias por traer a estas hermosas. Thank you so much, Joanne, for bringing these beautiful, smart, and amazing girls. And like I always say in Spanish, ponte las alas y vuela tan alto como quieras llegar, porque las limitaciones las tenemos aquí. And I'm gonna say it in English. Put your wings on and fly as high as you want, because the limitations are here. And here we have 5 examples that you can do it.
Yes.
Nos vemos el próximo martes. Este fue un programa especial. Gracias y nos vemos. Un beso. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Acabas de vivir 60 minutos de entrevistas, viajes, comida, entretenimiento, cultura y todo aquello que te interesa. Porque con la comida llegan los recuerdos. Esto fue Rojo Radio, una aventura de sabor con Iván Lugo.